Hello, welcome to K-Food series. Today we are making Hotteok. Hotteok is Korean sweet pancake. Amongst Korean street food, Hotteok is most popular dessert item, especially wintertime. It's versatile, affordable, easy to make, and surprisingly scrumptious. Let's make it. So first, we are making a dough. So we need 2 cups and a half of regular flour. So we will make 2 different styles of flour. We'll mix together. You can, if you don't have, I will mix with a potato starch this time. But if you don't have a potato starch, or instead of potato starch, you can make with rice flour. But if you don't have no potato starch, no rice flour, you can just use regular flour. So 2.5 cup of regular flour and 3/4 cup of potato flour and 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we need yeast, so you can just using traditional yeast or you can use quick rise. I just use both and both work tremendously. So you can use anything you want, but I will use this time quick rise one. Because quick rise one, you don't have to mix in the water or any liquid, so you can just use it. Just put it there. And all those dry ingredients, you just mix together. So since this is quick rise yeast, so you don't have to worry about mixing the water. And now, liquid item, I just heat up the 1 cup of milk, regular milk. So when it is too hot, it will kill the yeast. So you need 1/2 cup of water. So you can use cold water, so make your hot warmed milk little less warm. So you have 1 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of water. If you don't have milk, then just using 1.5 cup of water. But I made it with the water without milk, or I use it with the milk. I found it with the milk tastes better. So. And then little 1 tablespoon of regular oil. You can use regular oil, you can use olive oil, it's all fine. And now you can check the temperature of your liquid if it's not too hot. And you can just pour it over. And you mix. So this dough is a little bit stickier than your bread dough. So using your fork, so first, so you can just mix it. So Hotteok is very popular. I have a fine memory. When I was young, my father, on the way back from work, he bought like dozen Hotteok from the street, and then come back, especially winter time. Then our old siblings waiting for it, and we just eat it. Like, I'm the youngest one, so I hope I get at least 1 piece. I gotta fight with a bunch of older siblings. It was just so tasty, especially the winter time. This one with all the sweet, juicy, like, sugar water inside. And also, when I went back to Korea 3 years ago, I lined up the Namdaemun marketplace with my friend. She told me, oh, there's a veggie Hotteok, it's very popular. So we waiting for 30 minutes to get dozen of those veggie Hotteok, and it was worth it. So when you see it, they are combining together well, And as I told you, this one is not as dry as your regular bread dough. It's more wet. So you need to mix around 3 to 5 minutes. Just the reason why is every ingredient is combined together. And if you want, oh, I will use hand, go ahead, it's fine. You can use hand as well. So I just mix all together. So after 3 to 5 minutes, and you're done. And you wrap around it and put aside for about an hour. So while we are waiting for dough is rising, we start to make an insert. First one, the most popular one, is a sugar insert. So we will use, there is white sugar and the dark sugar. I will just use the dark sugar only. So you can have like cup or cup and a half. So if you wanted white sugar mixed together, you can go ahead, but I just don't really need to do so. And you using little bit, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like cinnamon, you can just do 1/2 teaspoon. I really like cinnamon, so I will just using 1/2 teaspoon. And you using peanut. So you chopped really fine. So you just put it, but don't put on the machine, then it will get really like powdery, because you want to have that texture, that crunch texture inside of your hotdog. So I just chopped it, fine chop with your knife. So it's up to you. You don't have to put it like right amount, just what you like, that's the right amount. So I put it. But if you have nut allergy, you don't have to use it. So it's totally up to you. So you just mix together. So that's all done. So far, I told you it is easy to make. And the second one, we will make the vegetable hotdog. So first, you need to put some oil. And I cut already onion and carrot. And start to cook it. And you put some salt and pepper. And then you adding up the green onion and garlic chive. I adding up, and you just stir fry a little bit. And meanwhile, you boil the water and you cook this starch noodle. I put starch noodle in the water for all night, so they get loose, and it looks like this. So you need to blanch your starch noodle. So just a small amount, not too much. And for about 2 minutes. So after you blanch 2 minutes, you just strain it, water, and cool it down. Okay. And you cut it with your scissors and adding up to your vegetables. When you stir fry, you're adding a little bit of sugar and a little bit of soy sauce for taste. And after you stir fry done, and you put aside and cool it down. So after an hour, your dough is rise twice. So let's check. They are well rised. So when you see this like a web looking, that means this dough is rised well. So now we assemble the hotdog. So we stuffed with sugar with peanut, and we mix with the vegetable one. So before you start it, you'll make your pan a little bit oily. So make sure your hotdog dough doesn't stick to your pan. And also, so you mix, you're using your hand. So make sure your hand also oily. You mix with it. Spread well. Also your hand is oily as well. So this dough doesn't stick in your hand. So let's look at that. It's beautiful. So now, so this is a very soft dough. So you need oil in your hand. So let's make it. So you can make about 12 hot dog. So you can open it up, make a little pocket, and put sugar. If you want to have a really tasty one, you put a little more sugar. And you feel like, oh my goodness, how can I close it? Because they are very stretchy. Did you remember we put the potato starch in it? So they're extra stretchy. You can put rice flour also, do the same thing. So you can just cover it together. You made already one. So put it right here. Now you know why I put the oil in the pan, so they don't stick in it. Next one, we'll make veggie one. Let's see. So same thing, open it up and put some veggie and this potato starch noodle. Put it. Yeah, I still remember I waiting that 30 minutes on the line at the Namdaemun market. Oh, it was worth it. It's so tasty. On the way back home, I think I ate like 4 already here. So it's very easy to make it. So you make your hot dog together, and then after finish, we can start to pan fry it. So after you made your hot dog dough ready, we'll start to pan fry it. And you heat up your pan and put very enough oil to let them swim. That's how I recall. So we will put hot dog. So you will be curious, do I know which one is a veggie one, which one is a sweet one? You will see. Let's see. So we can just put 4 for now. So let them start to cook. So in the street, the vendors make like this. So you just push really gentle, make sure they don't get popped. Just gentle until they don't really go, then you will stop. Next, slowly push it. Slowly push it. I can feel they start resistant. So next. So if you don't have this kind of tool, you can get it, you can use a different one, like a spatula. Okay. So if you have huge pan, you can put 6. Oh, my memory is coming back. It's just, they are so beautiful. So after this, we can flip back and then push it again. So when the color goes brown, it's almost ready. So last one is done. It's vegetable one. So you can see through it, right? So you need, this one is vegetable and this one is a little sugar sweet one. So it's all done. So this is Korean hot dog with the sugar honey one and the vegetable ones. So it is easy to make, affordable, and so surprisingly scrumptious. Thank you so much and enjoy.